Yep. What up, guys? What up? 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 We're gonna watch some videos today. Got a cold brewski. Finna watch some videos I would watch on a normal basis. I got them stacked up. I got them saved. Here's my iPad. You guys can see the screen. We're gonna go through a few of these. I've been waiting to watch with y'all just to grow the mind, man. Just to grow the mind. Just to continue to get better every single day and continue to push our potential. You feel me? So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and start. So the first one is Twitter will be $1 trillion company. What they talking about?
So Musk goes after AOC and NBC and pretty much everybody in the same week. Can you pull up the NBC tweet? That's the one I want to read. Page 5, I'll read this to you guys, and then he'll put it up so you can see it. Elon Musk slams NBC, defends GOP after MSNBC anchor calls him petulant. Am I saying it properly?
Yes.
The pronunciation? Okay. So this is a Newsweek story. Elon Musk slammed NBC on Monday after an anchor affiliated the media outlet called him petulant and criticized the far right of the Republican Party. The Tesla CEO who recently purchased Twitter hit back after MSNBC host Mehdi Hassan warned that his new influence over the social media platform may amplify neo-Nazi voices within the GOP. We are living through an unspeakably dangerous moment. The pro-QAnon, pro-neo-Nazi faction of the Republican Party is poised to expand.
I don't know, man. How y'all feel about that? I think that's OD, and like I don't know. I think Twitter has a lot more potential now that it's going to be a lot more about free speech and letting people, like, controversy sells, man. If you're looking at this as an investment, you're trying to buy Twitter, controversy sells, and sounds like, whether you like it or not, that's a good thing for investors.
Dramatically come the midterms. If that happens, we may look back on this
people
as a pivotal
the
moment when the
like
petulant and not so bright billionaire casually bought one of the most influential messaging machines and just handed it to the far right. Musk initially responded by tweeting that NBC is basically saying Republicans are Nazis, but in a separate post, he said the following. If you want to show him the tweet, if you have it, he slammed the news platform by saying, can you make that a little bit bigger? NBC basically saying Republicans are Nazis. Then he turns around and says that same organization that covered up Hunter Biden's laptop story had Harvey Weinstein's story leaked and killed it and built Matt Lauer his rape office. Lovely people. Can you imagine that?
He's got a point.
Yo, your boy Elon, he's getting real political these days, man.
Look, I'm no Musk stan, but I don't think he's nearly as dangerous as he came out to be. Mehdi Hassan is an agitator on the network. This is not the first sort of crazy thing he said. Is Elon Musk a pest? Sure. Is he dumb? No. I think personally, Twitter stands to get better under his leadership. Personally, I could be wrong.
Yo, look at this real quick. I just seen this in the news. Just to add to this, looks like Wendy's is for sale, bro. Because of rising costs. Check this out, y'all. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see this. Because of rising costs. Yeah, look at this. Because of rising costs, they want to try to do an acquisition, a merger. They want to sell. That is insane. Insane. What do you guys think that means, man? That's a little scary. I ain't gonna lie.
The argument's made that it's a private company. They can edit whoever they want. If he wants to make it into more of a public square where any information is spewed around there, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're seeing what happens before. You get the Russian bots off of there, and maybe you've got a platform. And I think that might be one of the best things. What
was the conversation you had yesterday regarding what Elon Musk is looking?
Yeah, he's raising money left and right. In rounds of, I got a call. And now, I predict Twitter's right now worth some $1 billion. Can you worth?
My headphones.
If you can get it, the rounds are 100, and there's not a lot right now. Worth what? 40-some $1 billion. Can you pull up what Twitter's worth today?
Should I invest in Twitter today?
If you can get it, the rounds are 100 million. And there's not a lot of people that are sitting on $100 million of cash. That's the challenge. Market cap $1 billion. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. Twitter, ran by Elon Musk, will be $1 trillion company within 3 to 5 years, and that's the latest. Which means,
wait, what?
And by
What's
the way,
the market
I'll
cap?
tell you, Twitter can get in, and there's not a lot of people that are sitting on $100 million of cash. That's the challenge.
The market cap was 40 billion, not even 38.86 billion. That's what the company's worth right now. He thinks it's gonna be worth $1 trillion. Bro, how? I need to hear
Market
this.
cap $38 billion. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. Twitter, ran by Elon Musk, will be $1 trillion company within 3 to 5 years. And that's the latest. Which means, and by the way, this is my opinion, okay? This is, if you do it, you lose money. That's your risk. This is my opinion. I think this is $1 trillion company. I think that 40 goes to $1 trillion. That's 25x. You put $1 million, you're going to make 25. You put $10 million, you're going to make 250.
This is at David, so I ain't putting it past him. I just want to hear the logic behind it.
You put $100,000, it's going to be a $2.5 million investment because worth $1 trillion. If Google's worth $1 trillion, if Amazon's worth $2, you know, I think Apple's worth $3, whatever the number is, this is going to be $1 trillion company because the people that ran Twitter, they don't know how to make money, and Elon knows how to make money. He's going to create different chips.
Right.
Whether it's going to be, you want a blue chip to get rid of the bots, $4.99 a month. You want an additional, benefit to do this, $19.99 a month. And you want the ultimates, it's $100 a month. He's going to make money off of Twitter, and he's going to bring so many different ideas that nobody's even thinking about. Most people think Tesla is a car company. It's a battery company. That's why he doesn't like selling Tesla, because he knows Tesla's going to be a $10 trillion company, and he knows he's going to be the first trillionaire in the world. He's probably 2 to 5 years away from being a trillionaire. This guy's going to be a trillionaire. We're going to have a trillionaire within the next 24 to 60 months. But Twitter, by this guy running it, I have a feeling this thing's going to go to the roof, because he ain't going to slow down. FYI, more and more I listen to him, he may be the most annoying person to anybody that doesn't like freedom of speech, to anybody who loves control. Nothing to this guy, okay? Bill Maher comes out and says, the argument to me is, has Twitter failed in setting themselves up in the past as the judge of what can go out there? And I would you failed when you threw the New York Post off of Twitter for talking about Hunter Biden's emails, and it turned out to be a real story. You failed when you said we couldn't read about whether COVID had come from a lab. You failed, Twitter. You failed. This is not a Republican saying this. This is a liberal who's probably never voted for a Republican in his life, Bill Maher, saying this. A comment like that. So what's starting to happen? Yesterday we're having dinner and Kai's talking about Churchill.
I've noticed Bill Maher, it was like the biggest leftist ever. Like, and I don't try to play that leftist right thing or whatever. I try to just listen, bro. I just try to listen and create my own thoughts. But bro, Bill Maher saying stuff like this, he's definitely been saying a lot of comments, kind of attacking his own side, pretty much of just like opinions, like he's starting to get sick of it, man. I feel like there's people on both sides starting to come out and pretty much say, yo, everybody just need to chill out, because this shit's getting out of control, right? Bill Maher.
Okay. He says, in UK, no one's lost more elections. No politician's lost more elections in their career than Churchill.
Yeah.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
But then he says, you know what happened? At one point, because he was part of the Democratic Party, is who he was, okay? That's what Churchill is when you read his story. He says at one point, the people that he was a part of flipped, and they went crazy. So what does Churchill do? He says, dude, I didn't sign up for this. I'm about freedom. I'm about this. I'm about that. I don't know what just happened to you Democrats, but I'm not about that. You're changing the party?
I didn't know that.
I'm going over here. They hated him for it. He says, I didn't change. You guys change. Democratic Party's changing.
Yeah, Bill Maher said those very words. I haven't changed.
I haven't changed. What Church?
Hold on. Is that true? Let's see. Yo, guys, apparently this is true. I mean, I don't know if this is a good source. You guys let me know. It looks like a good source. It's the Churchill Project itself, and it says, changing party. They were calling him the party rat. Churchill has been long criticized for switching parties, ratting, which he did not once, but twice. He left the Conservatives for the Liberals, only to rejoin the Conservatives. Wow. Didn't know that. See what I'm saying? Like, knowledge is wealth, man, because it gives you an idea what could happen in the present and in the future. You feel me? So that's powerful stuff. Good to know.
Churchill said years ago, Churchill said that before Bill Maher said
PBD.
it. Except when Churchill said that, he didn't tweet it out.
Right.
Back, for whatever reason, he didn't get the time to tweet it out. Moral of the story is the following. Elon Musk is probably the most scary man to the people of the left and progressives. AOC goes to sleep every night. Everyone has nightmares or dreams. She goes to sleep every night about a man named Elon Musk. She has nightmares about him every flipping night. And it's non-stop. It's going to keep happening because this guy's not going to slow down. He's not going to be somebody that's going to sit on the sideline saying, oh, okay, let me take it a little bit easy this week. No. You say something to him, he's coming back at you. And he's got a bigger mic. And that mic is Twitter. So,
and what did Elon say to back to AOC in a tweet when she's basically was complaining about the billionaire class?
Can you show that tweet?
You know what? Nobody complains about the billionaires that like Soros and like there's a lot of billionaires like was it Bill Gates or Buffett? I mean, they were buying up like the Washington Post, the New York Times. They're buying their way of controlling the media and, you know, propaganda. And I don't even know if propaganda is the right term, but they're buying these companies so that they have a microphone, like PBD was saying. And Elon's Washington Post, his New York Times, is Twitter. It's crazy. Elon might have won that battle because Twitter
he
these
threw
days
thing back at her. Yeah.
nobody
He
really
said,
reads
I was
newspapers.
talking
Like,
about Mark Zuckerberg, and he said, well, stop hitting on me. I'm really shy. He's a troll. A
Total.
multi-billionaire, powerful man, ridiculous troll.
baller.
And he's only going to get stronger, basically.
He's just going to get stronger. This guy is not going to slow down. He's
on
going to
the headlines,
continue.
Tyler.
Yeah, he's going to continue more and more and more. Is that what it is? Stop hitting on me. I'm really shy. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. So, anyway.
Well, she said that to one of her trolls too at one point. I think he was throwing her.
Okay,
joke
is that
back.
what it
yeah,
was?
she did that first.
Somebody was bitching about
Comes full
AOC, and
circle.
she's like,
She did that first.
Stop flirting.
Who's Elon going to
He-
date next? He's done with the alien.
He was trolling her for
crimes.
sure.
Who's next?
It's for sure not going to be
He's
Amber
done
Heard.
with Amber Heard, exactly.
It ain't going to be Amber Heard.
100%.
No, I think he's currently
Whoever
dating
he
Twitter.
wants. Yeah.
Marjorie
Whatever you
Taylor
want.
Greene.
Yeah. No, I
You can
think
dream, Tyler.
I think he's going to date somebody you least expect that he's going to date. I think Elon is a very different kind of guy. He's a
Full-on
once in a
alien.
generation type of guy. But he'll be the first trillionaire the way he's going right now. So, folks, if you hate billionaires, I don't know what you're going to do to trillionaires because one is around the corner.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right.
Man, I remember watching PBD before Patrick Bet-David. Before I think he only had like 50,000 subs at the time. They were like trying to get to 100K, and they didn't quite meet that number quick enough. So, but dude blew it up, and has an amazing company. But I don't understand why he thinks it's going to be $1 trillion company. Now, like PBD knows how hard it is to build $1 trillion company, and I guess Elon Musk, but your boy who owned who was the founder of Twitter.
Here, and if you want to watch,
And I had to Google it real quick, but Jack Dorsey, he's not a pushover either. He's been building Square and Cash App and all that stuff. I believe that's him that's doing that. Yeah, so Jack Dorsey, he co-founded Square. I mean, he's not a pushover either. He's a smart dude. He wasn't able to monetize Twitter like that. So, I'm not really sure what the details are and why he wasn't able to do it. This doesn't have me convinced. I was hoping I was convinced and I'd go, invest some money into Twitter. Anything that Musk touches does turn into gold. So I could see Twitter going to 100 billion, but $1 trillion is crazy, man. That's like, that's crazy numbers. You're talking Apple, you're talking Tesla, you're talking real big companies, man. And I'm not convinced. So entertaining video nonetheless. And I did learn something about Mr. Churchill. So I think it was worth the watch.